seconds here. Wait.
Yeah.
All right. We should be live, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today, or tonight for most of us in America here. This is the RebelLUG building and chilling stream. We got Spencer, and we also have Brick Ninja, who is setting up his camera right now. So, Spencer, if you want to talk about who you are and what you're working on tonight.
Hello, I'm Spencer, and I make Lego YouTube videos, and I build mocks really slow. I've been working on my Republic gunship for, returning to it on and off for quite a long time, and I'm in the nearing stages of completing it now. However, I don't know if that's what I'm going to work on tonight, because I also have to do my part of the upcoming RebelLUG collaboration, which is releasing in like a month from now, and I've only gotten a marginal start. So maybe that's what will happen over the 2 to 3 hours.
Lovely. So what I'm working on is I'm returning to the glory days of building giant Lego bases. So I'll go ahead and show you the layout I'm working on right now. You can see, I don't even know how many base plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 gray base plates right here. So I'll be coming out with an update tomorrow on my channel. Oh, it looks like Kevin just left the call. You're going to see these titles with our names getting thrown all over the place because it's a really jank setup. But tonight, what I think I'm going to work on is I have a monorail that's kind of going around this outer rim here. So I will be working on that. If you're interested in the design I'm using, I actually talked a little bit about it in the last episode of RebelLUG Roundtable. So I'm using the general concept from that and then kind of changing up the design just a bit to fit my needs a little better.
I am confusion by this comment, Ryan. You can have a Chrome microphone, but not minifigures. I own minifigures. I own a few. Danny with the Portillo's shirt. Good choice.
Oh, heck yeah. I love Portillo's. I saw Jets in the comments. We'll see if he joins. We should have a few other RebelLUG members joining us tonight. And then hopefully you guys can let us know if you want more of these streams. Hopefully we have more of these coming out this summer, as most of us in school are on summer break. And people working may not be able to get back to their jobs just quite yet. So, unfortunately.
So, great news.
Yeah.
Unemployment numbers are going up.
That means more RebelLUG streams. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my monorail right now. And let's give everyone a beautiful look at this beautiful work of technology.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. All right. Now we can work on it.
Is there a reason that you want both? You want like a, I don't know what you call it in like a car, but where both wheels receive force? Like, why are you doing that?
They don't. Only one wheel receives force.
Aren't there like gears going all up and down it though?
Oh.
Wheels are connected, right?
Yes, I see what you're saying. You are right. They are connected. That's a good question. Yeah, it would be 2-wheel drive versus 4-wheel drive. Well, it's really only 1-axle drive versus 2-axle drive because the axles are connected. But
you're right. Wait, so both, like, if you take it off the rail and you turn it on, both wheels spin, right?
Yeah. So
Is there a particular reason that you did that, or because is that inspired by the thing that you had on the RebelLUG Roundtable?
Yeah. So I just took that exact design to make the first car. And so that was my idea, was let's start with something that I know works and then see how I can manipulate it to maybe go faster or take the turns better. That's something that it really is having not a tough, like it'll make the turns, but it kind of bobbles a little bit. So I was going to look into that, see why. I think a big reason is there's really not a lot of weight in this front car here, and so I put kind of just stacked a bunch of bricks, but the front part keeps like popping up like a wheelie almost because all the weight with the motor and stuff is centered towards the back, and then this second car has the giant battery on it, so there's plenty of weight there.
Yeah. Wait, drive it again around the corner so we can kind of see what you're saying.
All right, 1 second. It looks like we got Jet here. So
What's up? I'm trying to figure out where I want my light to go so it doesn't like
I'm just moving
go on
titles all
everyone's
over the
sides.
place because they're just going crazy.
I feel like these titles are just too difficult to deal with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I might just turn them off initially, and then like 20 minutes
Wait
in.
till we settle in.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Boom. All right. So, what do you want me to do? Turn it on again?
Oh, Ryan says Big Mike is using all the Chrome resources, so we don't get Chrome minifigures anymore.
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
would have to buy into this conspiracy theory. I will now be researching Chrome-related stocks.
Dude, I gotta figure out where an extension cable is.
Big stainless steel and Chrome. Big Chrome.
Fall hangout call is better than this. Yes, the RebelLUG Fall Friday is currently going on right now, and we are with you in spirit. It looks like Kevin joined back. We'll see who will be able to figure out their video first, Kevin or Jet. Let us know in the comments. Winner gets a poly.
Will the monorail transport cargo?
No, it's going to transport droid. So this is going to be a droid base. I know that's very controversial, but
Ooh.
I was going to do a clone base, but so if you saw when I did the look, and you'll see my update tomorrow, I have a bunch of Lego sets in here. I have an AAT, and I have a bunch of Corporate Alliance tank droids. There's a gunship sitting in the back. These are just to roughly get the size of how big everything needs to be. All of the vehicles in this mock will be custom built. I'm planning on custom building all of them, except it's unclear since it is a droid base. It'll be all separatist vehicles, so I will be custom building all of those, which is going to take a long time. I understand, but I may have a gunship because the clones will be like attacking basically. And if I do that, I will not be designing my own gunship. Hopefully, Lego Spencer has his instructions done, and I can just rip that and put that gunship in here. Hopefully.
What is your timeline for finishing this base?
I'm looking at like 3 or 4 months, maybe
Oh,
longer. That would be like the shortest.
So, I mean, will it be? It won't be done before you go back to school, then, right?
We'll see. But probably not. I don't know. It's very big, and there's a lot of. I'm putting in a lot of mechanical stuff. I'm working on a lift right now as well that'll lift up a whole platform that can carry tanks up to the top floor. So lots of stuff.
Like a heavy elevator kind of thing?
Yeah, but I'm leaning away from using like strings. I know a lot of people when they make Lego elevators, they have like the string, and it'll like the Lego Technic cranes use the string to pull the claw part up. I'm leaning away from that. I really want to stay away from string. So I'm looking at a few different ways I can basically push up from underneath it and lift it up that way, because I think it'll hold the weight better than if I just have strings attached to the corners.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of different approaches, and I don't know. I think it'd be worth doing a lot of different prototypes because I think more often than not you'd think a design would work, and just with like the very relatively big margin of error with Lego pieces, it doesn't work out, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the fun part, but it's also like I can't do a lot of building in the base because the building has to cover up all of the mechanics. So I really have to have a good idea of where I need to hide stuff underneath layers in order for it to not appear in the open.
Oh wait, are you trying to do something kind of like the one that I showed on the round table? The like.
Yeah.
Or would it
kind of like that? Like the doors aren't going to open. It's unclear. Okay, so basically, there's a hangar underground where all these tanks are stored, and then there's like grass or whatever terrain on top. So I need a way for the tanks to go up, and it's not going to be a ramp. It's going to be an actual like lift that lifts them from below ground above ground. So it's unclear at this point if I want to have the ground like fold up or fold under, or like that video that from the round table that you sent that they like fold in. But because I'm going to have like grass stalks and all this stuff on there, I don't think that that's going to be an option. So I think it's going to be like there'll basically be pillars on each end of the platform. Like, here, I'll make a little prototype to show you. Let's see, where are my big plates? Okay, so imagine this part on the bottom, this gray plate, is where the tanks go in here. Then there's like these pillars on the sides, and then on top you have the grass. So this is like flush with the rest of the terrain. So this will go up, like something underneath it will push it up. The tanks can come out, and then it'll go back down, and then this is flush with the ground again. That's my current thinking, because I think any other way to do it would just interfere too much with the terrain.
It sounds like that one guy's spaceship elevator that I think Spencer sent a while ago.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the one that we saw on Roundtable.
Oh yeah, that one's sick.
But again, the doors wouldn't like fold in like how they do in Roundtable, because they would knock all the grass stalks off.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I brought it up was because the mechanism for that was so huge. But if you're doing what you're doing, I think, is a much better approach. I mean, I think depending on the time of day, it's as cool looking or not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be way more efficient and easier to do, and probably less like fault tolerant, or more fault tolerant, you know?
Yeah. That's the key, is being able to support all the weight. Because like I'm using the AAT Lego set, this Clone Wars one, as reference for like roughly how heavy the custom ones will be. So it's not some insignificant amount of weight that these Lego motors will have to push up.
Yeah.
Is this just for you, or is it for a con?
Both. It will be traveling to
Okay.
conventions. It'll definitely be at Brickworld 2021. So.
Because you got to have a really solid mechanism if it's going to run for any length of time.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so easy.
At cons, I'm unsure of how, if it's going to be like I'm just going to have it continually going up and down. I most likely will just have a remote, and then like when some kid comes up and looks at it, then I'll turn it on. I remember we ran into that problem at Brickworld 2016, the first year RebelLUG displayed. I had a motorized thing, and I just had all sorts of issues with it not running properly, because I intended to have it run continuously during public hours. So
Yeah, my Tomb Raider build with the motorized waterfall, that one I had to I didn't have to. I would turn it off when I left, just because I knew if something fell off, it would jam up and just rip the whole thing apart.
yeah.
Like, I've seen like pictures from people that have had motorized things running for, say, 3 days, basically 3 days straight at a convention, and it just tears the ABS apart if it goes for that many hours.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the Henry Biscuits. Kid named Austin, his mom. They do absolutely phenomenal builds. And he had a cyberpunk build that he had at BrickCon 2 years ago. And he went for lunch, and I was watching over his build. And eventually I started hearing this clicking sound, so I could tell the gear was slipping. So I figured out which motor to unplug, and I unplugged that one and left the rest of the stuff motorized.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes back, I tell him about it. He's like, "Oh, I got to be on the Brick interview coming. I got to get this fixed." So he's ripping into it, and something had gotten messed up, but the torque from the motors literally twisted a Lego axle.
Really? Wow.
It twisted it like 90 degrees.
Holy smokes.
Like, he pulled it out, and he was like, "I don't have another one." And he was like, "Well, it still works. You know, it still will spin." So he left it in there, but It was this weird, like 10 long Technic axle that had a spiral through it.
There's a guy on YouTube that just makes these videos. He's made like a ton of them, where he just like tests the torque capabilities of different Lego motors and stuff, or like see how much force it takes to. It's called Brick Experiment Channel, and it's just tons of
Was that
videos.
guy who? Was
It's a
that
video
guy
from,
who
there's a
looked at
video
the
from 2
motor?
weeks ago. A video from 2 weeks ago with
Okay.
10 million views, just like going through gear reductions with Lego.
This is the guy that Beyond the Brick has reposted a bunch, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
17 million views 2 months ago. This guy is going off. Every video, many videos have over 10 million or multiple million views. People really want to know like how much force it takes to twist the thing. He gets like custom steel axles now, Technic axles.
Okay.
He built like those like hydraulic press things. He made a press out of Lego Technic gears and stuff, and he just crushes stuff with it.
Yeah,
Wow.
the other thing I have to figure out is I'm definitely going to be using a lot of motors in this, and I only have like 2 Lego motors, and they're all the old power functions. So the question is, does it make sense to upgrade to the new stuff? Because I will have to buy more motors regardless. If it was power function, I'd only have to buy a few. If it was the new powered up system, I have to buy a bunch of them. But does it make sense at this point to upgrade or not? Because I don't even know. I'm assuming Lego doesn't sell power functions anymore, right?
I think they still do.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think yeah, because our store just ordered a case of them.
Oh, well, that's good news then, because I can just buy them there.
Yeah.
Jet, what are you working on?
I have no idea. I haven't built in 3 months, and I'm freaking out.
Should build for
Because I just got my stuff out of storage like today,
Mhm.
because school ended like last week, and I was just waiting for us to go back there. But I forgot my 1x2 plates, which, in case you've never built Lego before, is like a very essential part. So I'm like, that's kind of annoying. I'm trying to build a mock without 1x2 plates, and it's not going too well. But I want to do I think I might do some sort of speeder or something, just because that's an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I saw, who asked this? Kappa Bricks asked about if we were going to do more stuff like Vignette Week or Vin Week soon. So that's a contest we only run once a year, but there are many other things we do in the Fall Hangout, including a monthly 2-hour build challenge and some other big announcements coming very soon. Hint, 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 hint. So, yes, there is more stuff coming. That's all I have to say.
I think Drew just moderated his own brother in the chat.
Got it.
That's good to see that his loyalty is higher with RebelLUG than fans.
Necessary requirement to get into RebelLUG.
That's the team spirit. Oh, he did it again. Oh, no, he didn't.
Let's see if that's enough.
Yeah, okay. This is one of those Lego buff I just failed the challenge moments. There's no way you can build a mock without 1x2 plates.
I have not seen the defeat video yet. Can someone summarize it?
Heartbreak?
Have you ever broken up with a soulmate?
Wow, you managed to fit all that in like a 3-minute video?
That gives you 1/8 of the emotions you're gonna reveal. One of the trickiest parts of this monorail is making sure it stays on the track. Cause so there's these wheels that turn that move it on the track, but then there's these columns that have to come down so it like guides it on the rail essentially. And the designs that I used previously, they're obviously intended to be temporary, but they're not holding up to the turn. The turns like knock them. They're pretty loose, so the turns knock them up, and then the train goes off the track.
So how's the current one then?
That's what I'm redesigning that right now. And then I think I'm gonna have to move on to the lift because I don't want to spend too much time finalizing the design of the monorail because like this is essentially how wide it's gonna be, which is really all that matters at this point. The key is getting this lift designed so that I can start building the inside structure. It's probably gonna be a lot of snot and tiling. It's gonna look like those cool hangars that people build online with all the different lines and arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
So that'll take quite a while. So I want to figure out how much space I have to work and what I have to hide with all the power functions. Kevin, are you working on anything tonight?
I'm mostly working on editing my photo for Vin Week.
Nice.
I little disappointed with how the build turned out. It just didn't photograph well.
Did you use blacks or something that are hard to get on camera, or?
No, it's very like not flat. It's very rounded, but it looks much flatter in the photo. So it just looks kind of a little less interesting, a little less complicated than I was hoping.
How are you liking the categories so far? There hasn't been as much controversy as last year, so that's good. But
Controversy.
I've been enjoying them. I mean, I really liked the Lego themed, based ones that we had last year, but I also, you can't do that every time. But I think they've been good.
I think we got one left now.
Oh,
Star
Luke is
Weekend.
in the chat. He said good morning. Oh, I already woke up.
Wow, dude, he's an early riser.
Isn't it like what are they, 6 hours ahead? So it's like 2:30 or something. What?
Drew's brother is flaming people in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no clue what to build. I've wanted to build for 3 months and I cannot think of a thing. So,
Monorail.
aren't you doing that?
Join Monorail gang.
Apparently it's 3 a.m. CET.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes it a lot better.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, he says he's
Definitely
in his
doesn't turn better.
Oh wait, that's Drew's in his driveway. Oh yeah, I forgot Luke is from Afghanistan. How could I forget?
Need to add that to the RebelLUG website.
Yes.
We need to get someone from Russia or like the Chinese mainland or like, somewhere with a lot of geographic area so it can look like we cover way more area. We should actually go for a country that's like near one of the poles so it's extra distorted,
Yeah. Antarctica.
This is a great idea. Honestly, I might just distort the map myself. I'm just going to go in Photoshop and just blow up the countries that we belong to, and people are like, I don't really remember Norway being that big, but I mean, I guess. Why is Norway there multiple times?
I didn't know Europe was one country.
Why did you get rid of Switzerland's not on this map? Yeah, I don't know.
Lego Star Wars Pro is from Russia and Spain. That's what Luca wants us to know.
Lucas said invite. Yeah. It's just in the RebelLUG Discord server. We're just in a call.
I'm gonna go start just having regular call inside of this live call things later. It's the new Hangout spot.
Oh yeah.
Have they killed Hangouts yet?
No.
Still
Hangouts,
going?
yes. You can't live stream from it, but
or they have Google Meet now. I think it's just Hangouts rebranded.
I was in a Hangouts call like the other day.
Unless.
Have you guys used Google Meet? It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what when I worked at Whirlpool, that was like all they used for all their digital, like when people couldn't make it to a meeting.
Was it only a part of G Suite then, or?
Yeah. What is the best way to become a RebelLUG member? Join the RebelLUG server, and you will experience the madness that is Rebel.
That is Fall Friday. That is now every day.
Do Technic bricks weigh more than regular bricks? I think so.
I would think so.
Like if you have a 1x4 brick and a 1x4 Technic brick.
Luckily for us, I have a scale right here. Let's do some experimenting.
It's got with that extra plastic for the pinhole.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have the rod that goes through it, but it definitely takes more to make the hole, right? Or you don't have the sidewall anymore. You don't have two sidewalls. I would think they'd be very, very similar, actually.
That's true.
I don't know, because I think they're heavier by a noticeable amount.
All right, I got a 1x8 Technic brick and a 1x8 regular brick.
Are they the same color?
Good point. Yes. Okay. My scale is zeroed out. Let's do the regular brick first. 3.07 grams.
3.07.
Do you have that written down? Do you have your bets in for the Technic brick?
3.07 is the regular.
I am predicting
4.0.
I'm going to go with 3.3.
Oh, you think it's less?
3.07.
Oh.
3.07.
Oh, I'll go 3.4.
I don't know.
3.35.
Jeez.
Fine, I'll go 3.4.
Right. It's gonna be like 5, and you guys are gonna be clowns. It is 2.79.
What? No way.
2.7 what?
2.82 actually.
No way. I don't believe you.
2.82.
Okay, do it
This is,
yourself.
this is fake. Propaganda.
I will write the lab report
Okay.
so you can conduct the same experiment as me, Dan.
So I know ABS is the primary plastic that Lego uses, but they use other plastic for some parts. Are Technics one of those?
I would doubt it.
Because I know arches are a different plastic.
Oh,
At least like the 1x6 and 1x8 arches. Yeah. They use what is it? The PC plastic, I think, for stuff that's generally going to be more brittle, or not brittle, but it's a little bit thinner, less structurally sound. So they do it on the bars, and they do it on like the 1x6 and 1x8 arches, and then anything that's transparent.
What color Technic pins have the most clutch power? Is it red?
I thought the red and
I don't
black
know.
were the same.
Because I have a red pin. Well, it's like the pin. It's this piece right here.
With the axle cut, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
I think this has more friction than the black pin.
Yeah, it definitely
Because
does.
my problem is I'm having these. I have to run something through these Technic holes because this is like the side of the monorail, and then connect it to something that hangs down. And so I'm using this piece, and these like slide too much. That's the problem. I can't think of anything that would lock in place that also connects through an axle hole or a pinhole.
There's not going to be anything that would lock that I can think of.
Oh, maybe if I use. Yes. If I use this piece, where it has like the stud on the end, but it's
Oh, right.
an axle,
Yeah.
and I put the stud
You
in
could just
it,
put, yeah.
that should do
That would
it.
work.
What if Lego changed the material for the brick? What material would they use? They're in the long process of doing that right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it by 2030 be all. What's the right term?
Green.
Is it bio? Are they trying to make it
Biodegradable.
biodegradable, or is it?
Recyclable.
I
don't think it's- I don't think it's biodegradable, but basically they're using living plants rather than oil.
Yeah, that's what it was. Plant-based bricks.
Yeah, I think it's mostly sugar cane.
Yeah.
I know I read an article about that, and it was interesting because they said they came up with some forms of plastic that were stronger, but they opted not to use it because the sound that they made sounded cheaper.
Wow. That's very.
It had like a cheaper sound to the plastic.
Oh, it's like a sustainable plastic. I see. So it comes from replenishing resources.
Yeah.
I see. Geez, the amount of pop-ups you have on your website, Wired, is ridiculous. This is... Oh my gosh. You can't just reopen it when I close it. That's not how this works.
It's exactly how it works.
I am leaving your website, Wired. This is enough. Or I will read through the tiny little viewport that I have where there are no pop-ups. I can read 2 lines at a time.
We're getting money from that.
Lego pumped
Takes you
100.
to read 2 lines at a time.
Lego pumped 155 million into a new sustainable materials center, which has more than 100 employees, with the task of Lego using fully sustainable materials in its product by 2030. I remember hearing about this, I think, when I was a freshman in high school. So this is like 5 years into progression, right?
They've definitely been planning it for quite a few years already.
Oh my gosh, I got a new one. Just, that's enough.
All right, so I think here's the solution I've come up with. It's using one of those pieces I showed before, the axle with the stud on the end, and then that other red piece I'd also shown. Because I think by having it connected continuously, it also helps it from rotating instead of just having each individual one connected.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming you can't just use the Technic bricks with axle holes.
Yeah, it has to be the one with the... I mean, I guess I could.
I mean, you'd have to secure it, so that would probably mean a plate
Yeah,
beneath
because
the.
I can put plates on. Yeah, that'll, I guess, that'll come in the redesign when I redesign these cars. Because there definitely is a lot of room for short. Because like, ideally I want these cars to be as, in terms of length, as short as possible. So right now it's
Mhm.
using the 1x, I think these are 16.
Right.
Yeah, 16 Technic bricks, and that I'd much rather have it like if I can get down to 10, that would be awesome. So I'm gonna mess around with shortening the design, and we'll see what happens there. Yeah, this new design that I just showed is easily the best one of all the ones that
Oh, it's running.
have. Oh. Woohoo! Let's put it on.
Newest RebelLUG member to make a Lego train.
Yeah, dude,
Train
your build series is gonna pop off. Stuff in it. How often are you planning on making videos?
Updates are going to be at least once a week. Well, I can't picture doing it longer than, or more often than that. First one will come out tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I woke up at like 2:30, and I had to, of course, attend Fall Friday. So,
Yes.
my Ryan, I don't think he's watching anymore, but MNR has convinced me to upload like 6 p.m. is basically my cutoff. If I'm working on a video, like if I'm not close to finishing editing a video by 6 p.m., then I'll just save it for the next day. But yeah, the first update will come out tomorrow.
Yeah. Working on videos is it takes longer than you think it's going to. It's like the little things like preparing the descriptions and the titles and the thumbnails and rendering it and uploading it. All those little things just end up adding up a lot, and you spend.
And I've filmed probably enough material for like 4 updates at this point over the past few weeks because I've always had I wanted to be doing updates all this time, and I filmed little things I've done in my Lego room here and there, but I never had enough that materialized. I was like, you know what, this is enough material for an update, and then it was all kind of all over the place. So
I filmed a mock review and showed off some of the techniques for my Star Destroyer bridge that I did for the Thrawn collab.
Yeah.
Still haven't edited it.
Oh, for anyone
I
wondering,
was like, okay,
yeah. For anyone wondering, obviously you can watch the Thrawn collab on the playlist on the RebelLUG channel, but we also have finally updated the website So there's still a few more links that we have to fill in, but most, or actually all of the like series collabs, like Clones Alone, Son of Dathomir, Thrawn, Order 66, all of those now have filled in pages on the RebelLUG website. So if you want to look at the entire series as a whole instead of going through the playlist on YouTube, you can check them out there.
Let's check it out. I have yet to see this.
I mean,
RebelLUG.com/gallery. I need to update these pictures so that they're lower res when they can be. I'm working on a huge redesign of the website right now that is going to make everything in our lives so much better. It won't look that much different, but from the back end, it's going to be tight.
Is it going to have like 300 to 400 pop-ups per page so we can get some money?
That's really part of the plan. That's the primary reason that I've been working on it.
the goal is just to make people as frustrated as possible when they go to the website.
Some websites.
Did you know we collect cookies? Did you know that? Did you know? We collect them.
And you have to say okay every time.
It's like we collect them. Thanks for letting me know. Like it doesn't matter if nothing changes. Like
Well,
gosh.
there was a lawsuit over that a couple of years ago or something, and
It's a thing related to the GDPR in Europe, which means,
Okay.
as far as I understand, it doesn't matter if you live in the U.S. So for us U.S. citizens, like that notification has no purpose ultimately in a legal setting. But I guess maybe there's a reason that they can't, or it's just like kind of laziness that they don't just
yeah.
geographically send those out. You know, that would be, but. Then people that live in Europe might VPN to the US or something. I don't know. But gosh.
It's always scary when we were talking about this earlier, when your motor like catches on something or something, where this was preventing the wheels from turning on the track, but the motor kept going, and then it like unhinged from the thing and it started spinning in the core. Oh gosh, scary times, let me tell you.
The option for swipe up to watch RebelLUG links. That's awesome.
Oh, we got it?
Instagram.
Finally got
Yeah.
it.
Have we used it?
And if you, promoting Eli's tips video.
Oh.
If you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, I saw it before it went up. I'd love to have every RebelLUG video be that good. That was just incredible.
Eli does great videos.
I wasn't
but
lying when I said he made the best video on the channel. Like,
I know.
delivered.
We gotta hire him full time.
You mean have a volunteer full time?
Sure. We'll send him
I'm
a
curious.
sub review. That'll be his payment.
I'm gonna look at the YouTube analytics to see how many people came from Instagram.
Oh,
Honestly,
Cool.
can we tell on Instagram how many people click it as well
Yeah,
and use
we
it?
can. We definitely can.
Make sure they line up, or else we have conspiracy theory on our hands.
I'm sure that they won't. There's way too many.
I have this dumb 2x2 plate stuck to one of those 2x2 turntable. Oh, I just got it. Oh, now this part's stuck to it. Have you ever had this? with a turn. That's like the
Classic
actual
dilemma.
turntable itself is stuck to the back of this plate. Mission failed. There's no way to get this out. Oh my word. Okay, we're going with the new turntable. That was a disaster.
I'm throwing this piece assembly away. Sometimes, gotta do what you gotta do.
122 people have viewed our story, and 3 people have clicked on the link.
Ah, nice.
Got him.
9 people clicked on Eli's Instagram tag.
Yes.
So we know what the star was of that.
Raking in the views, baby.
That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. We all have the same 24 hours.
What is it hitting? Ooh. Danger.
I have a bunch of these Tron discs, both in orange and in blue, and I want to figure out what to do with those. Any ideas?
Those are cool.
I made this, like, I was just fiddling around doing, like, my finals week, and I made this thing, kind of like an eye.
Oh, pretty good.
That was my first something, but I probably have, like, maybe 8 of each color. They're such an interesting piece. Gotta do something.
Did you get those from Bug Bulk?
I got them from Bricks in the Six.
Oh.
It was like a piece grab bag for attendees, and that was in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I think we got those one year in Bug Bulk, didn't we?
Was it this year? I didn't do this.
No.
No, I don't
That
think
would
we
have
did
been
grab
last year.
those.
I'm pretty sure we got at least one color, or at least at one point they were on the
We-
voting sheet.
They might have been. I know we got the Tron helmets last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I just remember seeing the disc on the sheet and we never got it.
Yeah.
That could very well be. Alright, well my locking in place mechanism did not work. It turns out that apparently they do need to turn at some stage. I don't know where.
Because of the corners.
Yeah, it's something at the corners. It can't be that tight. So I don't know. I gotta evaluate this more. I gotta make like a test track.
Is this a flat running train, or are you going to try to have it go up and down too?
Oh, it's gonna go. There's gonna be ramps in the front.
Nice.
So it'll go up. Multi-level, curved. Gotta do all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I believe you mentioned it earlier, but I wasn't really paying attention. How many base plates is the base?
10.
Ooh,
That's a
how
big
many?
mama.
By how many?
2x5.
Good choice. Good choice.
That's the standard for convention.
A
tables.
standard- A standard configuration, you know.
Doing it by the books. Don't worry, officer. I'm innocent.
A wise choice at that. You know, you make either 6 of the base plates terrain and 4 of them the base, or vice versa. Really, either one will work.
I guess that'll do it for now. All right, let's figure out this lift thing.
I put this on my Instagram before, but I constructed a perfect triangle.
Oh yeah.
About that, gamers.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Oh, is that Eli's YouTube? That's commenting?
What, Eli Wilsey vlogs?
No, it's just Eli Wilson.
Oh.
Does he have another one?
I'm assuming that there's not an imposter and that there's not another one.
Oh, I forgot that
We'll have to ask
YouTube
him some
did this
questions.
stupid thing where you can't click on their channel anymore.
It's really going to reduce bullying when I have to like do a search for you or something.
Eli, you're welcome to join if you want. The call is happening in the RebelLUG server.
I posted in the RebelLUG server the video for a Bricks Cascade build. I don't know if any of you guys watched it, but Eli shows off Slinky mode of his mountains, and it's
Oh, I did see that. That is
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video.
hilarious. Slinky mode.
As all rock terrain features should have a slinky mode, of course. New RebelLUG collab rule.
Eli Wilsey vlogs confirmed the other Eli Wilsey is an imposter. So and that individual immediately.
I'm glad we figured this one out.
now that Eli vlogs says that he's an imposter, I'm certain he isn't.
The thing with this new YouTube feature where you can't click a channel in the live stream chat is it's extremely easy to impersonate somebody. It's actually like kind of impossible to confirm whether that is Eli Wilsey Vlogs or somebody with the same name and the same profile picture because I can't click it.
Yes.
And I don't know why you pull it out.
Yeah.
Not making it in the first place is one thing, but once you have the feature, I guess I don't know why you eliminate it.
I mean, the reasoning behind it is like if somebody says something and then I go like bully them or whatever from the chat, or like the whole chat goes to harass them, I guess.
Okay.
But I don't see that as a good enough reason. It's
Oh, it's also to stop self-promotion. Eli Wilsey Vlogs said that.
oh that
I guess that makes sense if someone's like, go sub to my
That's
channel.
true.
okay, but I still don't see it like why would regular comments like don't you have all the same issues with regular comments?
Yeah, but you can't have someone in the live chat say, "Hey, subscribe to my channel because I have 3 subscribers," and then people click on it.
Colorado Clone Commander asked if I could widen it to make it more stable. I don't know if you're referring to the Wift thing or the Monorail. And the reason this Wift thing right now is like really flimsy is because I'm using the light bluish gray Technic pins, which are like the ones with the least amount of friction. Because my thinking was it makes it easier then for it to open up. There's less resistance. But when I put the black pins in, which are the most friction, it's not flimsy like this. It stands straight. but I don't know how the resistance. So I first I'm gonna figure out this mechanism to just push this because I was working on it earlier and I couldn't quite get it. And then once I get that figured out, then I'll swap out the pins and see if it makes an actual difference or not.
Do you think the pins will make a difference once there's like any weight on it? You know.
That's my thing. If I think if I use the black friction, the ones with the high friction, and then you put weight on top of that, it'll just be too much resistance that it'll be hard to open it up. Because it's just this initial opening feature. Once it's open, then it's, you know, there's no resistance there, but it's that initial push that you have to get it up.
I see what you're saying. Maybe it would be wise to like at no point have it be completely flat like that. Like when it's bottomed out in the base, it's actually, you know, like a few inches off the ground.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted it to be flat so that because the higher I go, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You have to have a lot of room below it. That's just dead space, basically. Then, right?
Yeah, because I cover up the bottom of it, and like there has to be some way for the tanks to get on it, and so I can't have like a 90-degree slope or whatever I would need to get the tanks on it. That'd just be unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like a short little bump.
See the predicament here.
So. Yeah, the lift he's referring to. Yeah, it would not just be this one. It would be like 2 or 3 of these units that I would use to push it up. One would by no means be enough. I just need to get one of them to work before I can replicate it. Because they'll all have their own motors as well, so I'm not putting a lot of strain on one motor. Now I gotta figure out what else I want to motorize. I just want to motorize the heck out of this mod.
Think of base motorization options.
Doors.
You're gonna have lights.
Yeah, there's gonna be a ton of lights. I'm gonna use.
You should have like a place where they're like repairing something and have like flashing lights for like welding.
Oh,
that would
that'd
be
be
sick.
sick.
It'd be cool if there was like a crane that could move that could carry like big chunks of ships and stuff. You know, like the top hull of an AAT or speeder bikes that are not functioning right now, so they have to, you know, use heavy equipment to move them.
I don't want this to turn to like a factory or a repair place. That's I don't want to go into that territory. That's also Connor's turf.
Oh yeah, Connor's working on a clone base, right?
Factory, ATTE factory.
ATTE factory.
Well, I think I'm gonna jump out. I gotta grab dinner, and I realized I messed something up on my Vin Week submission for tonight. So I gotta go do some stuff with that too.
Well, thanks for coming on, Kevin.
Take care, man.
Yeah.
And then there were 3.
And then there were 3. Unless someone else joins. I don't know if Fall Friday still is. I said Connor can come on if he wanted to chat about his.
Does he have permissions to join?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gave permissions to Legacy and regular member.
Packer 221.
I'm gonna mess around with. I'm trying to think of other designs that can push something up. Besides, there's a technical name for this one. I just have no idea what it is.
Like, with the one that you're doing, it's called a scissor lift, right?
A scissor, sure. That sounds right. Also, I'm so glad I got these on Lug Bolt. This I just messed it up. Whatever this piece is, the 1x6x5 with the X on it.
Oh yeah, that's a sweet part.
Yeah, I got 100 of them on Lug Bolt because they're for like building columns. I don't know how many I want to do with it because I don't want it to be like some generic like it by itself will not be a column. It'll be, you know, more greebling around it. but the fact that you can run the Technic axles through it makes them really solid instead of just using the panel pieces. Highly recommend. Jet, did you figure out what to build yet?
I'm doing a speeder.
Nope.
I will send the pictures when I'm done.
I mean, another option, Danny, is like, you just have gear. You have the motors on the lift itself, and then they rotate gears that are on the lift, and then those are up against gear racks. Like,
Yeah,
on.
I don't think
It's a
that'll.
sketchy idea.
I don't
but
think it would
I think-
hold the weight. I think the weight would make the gears slip, even with powerful motors.
Mm.
That's my fear with doing that. And then you'd strip the gear or strip the gear rack. And then you have a bunch of motors on the lift, and it would look really bizarre. I mean, you could put them under it, I guess. You'd have to probably put them under. The fun of building, figuring out problems. I'm just glad I have a bunch of these Technic lift arms. I don't know what I have them from, but because I think Technic pieces are actually kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I've never bought any on Bricklink, but that is what I've heard. The word on the street.
Even on lug bulk, they were expensive. Not gonna lie. Like the 1x16 beams.
Oh yeah.
What a first world problem.
Man, I can't afford Technic lift arms. Wow, end of the world. Let's try some more designs. I might take a look at some of like JK Brickworks stuff. I don't know if he's built any lifts, but he is like the go-to for mechanical Lego designs.
Yeah, I mean, I did a Google search like a minute ago for, mechanisms to, do a lift.
Yeah.
And they were all pretty much the scissor lift design, minus some more obscure exceptions. So, not sure.
I cannot say that my engineering curriculum has prepared me for this because, well, I'm not a mechanical engineer. So. You want to motorize? Yeah, the lift's motorized. That's the whole thing with it. Everything is motorized. I am not shying away from functional parts to this mod. Right now I'm using some smaller, because I used all those long lift arms I have. I don't know what size they are, but the largest ones I had in my collection, and now I'm. Oh wait, this isn't even gonna work. What in the world?
Cheers.
I was gonna say I was gonna like double stack it essentially, but I would need to use the 3 long pins. I can do that, I guess. Oh, they do make them in light bush gray too. I didn't know that. Sweet. The day I run out of the black Technic pins, just the regular ones, will be a sad day because
Do you think that's even possible?
I don't know. I just have so many of
No.
Yeah, they're probably the part that I have the most of, honestly. Because they're in like every set, right?
them. Yeah.
In like significantly large quantities.
And they come with extras in every set, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's also
That's
true.
the one piece they always throw in extras of.
I wonder how much those are on Bricklink. Can someone do some research? Or shall I?
I bet you it's the cheapest. I can't right now. I'm building.
Building. I can in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out how
I will take care.
you will do the hard work. Your sacrifice will be remembered. What am I even building right now? What the heck is this? Oh, I see what I did wrong. There we go.
You can buy 100 of them off eBay for $4.
Nice.
That's what we want, boys.
Bricklink has been slow.
Ever since Lego bought it, they just downgraded their speeds, I guess. Yeah, they're asking how many motors I need. I'm assuming minimum of 3. It depends on how many of these lifts I have. Again, I'm using the AAT Clone Wars set as a stand-in right now until I build a custom one. And yeah, I will not be using instructions. The only thing I'd use instructions for is if I end up using a gunship, because that would just take too long to design, and I would just use Spencer's, ideally.
The lowest price is $0.00.
Nice.
Let me go. Yeah. It's somewhere, but the value appears to be somewhere below a cent, but I have no idea what it actually is.
It's one of those things where, like, everyone has a lot of, so you wouldn't buy it, and the people who, like, part out sets and sell them have a ton, and no one buys it, so it's like there's high supply and low demand.
$0. I think the value is 1/10 of a cent.
Beautiful.
That's what it appears to be. Very interesting.
Someone should do a mock where they just have a ton of them. I don't know if someone's done that already.
Someone posted one in the fall whips literally today.
Oh,
It looked like an interesting mock, and they were just asking like for photography suggestions. But it's sort of hard to explain, but there's like a lot of them sort of poured out, and then some different stuff in it to make some imagery.
Someone said that someone has 34,000 of them on Bricklink in red. I didn't know they made the regular pin in red. That is interesting. That is news to me.
I do not see any for sale in red. He might be referring to the Technic pin, like
That's
just the rod.
axle. Oh. I was going to say that Technic axle.
We're referring to like the even more useless, like these ones. If focus. I don't know. You probably get what I'm talking about.
Alright, I'm kind of digging this design of the triple decker scissor instead of just the single scissor. But I will have to buy a few of these Technic pins if I end up going with the white bush gray instead of the black. Because it's like the 3 long ones instead of just the 2. But I think this will offer more support. Well, obviously it will. It looks like this. Oh, there you go. Let me switch to black and see if this makes a difference. That's the hard part with Technic parts is I can't really rip them from sets because there are no sets to have them. Or at least...
I mean, yeah. Also, if you're going to take Technic parts out of a set, you got to rip the whole set apart.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't just rip it up, take it off the top.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I let the call, so just screw up the whole thing. Why can't you just deafen?
Oh, jeez. There we go. Oh. Alright, let's take off his thing. There we go. I'm lucky I saved this name template thing because I made it when we did the last rope streams. So.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I had the template in Photoshop, and then I had a bunch of them already. Like I had yours in mine, and Drew and Olav and a bunch of other people saved already. So made it convenient. Yeah, and the key to building with these is to use as long of a lift arm as possible, because the smaller you go, the more you have to stack on top of each other. Because when they expand, they will go up less higher than if you had a bunch of them. So.
Yeah. But yeah, the height that you can go to is the length of like the arms.
Exactly, yeah. So, and obviously the larger the arms, the more expensive.
So I'm gonna be really cutting some corners here.
I do think I had the original or the Mindstorms like EV3 or whatever or NXT 2.0. That's the one I have. So I think I have some in there. But yeah, let me lower this one. So you can see the height of, this is the longest bar. I think this is the longest bar they make. I could be wrong on that. And then this is, oh, it just fell. No. But the one behind it, it's a lot less bars. But this one is also triple stacked, which is I think what I'm going to go with, because it'll provide more support, which means more pieces, because I have to do a whole nother layer for each level I go. But the key with using the longer bars is when they're collapsed, you can see the size difference. Maybe not. But there is a size difference there.
I'm getting like. Go ahead.
Colorado Clone Commander asks, who should I get lights from for my next mock, or should I just stick with Lego ones? I would not use Lego lights. I think those are the worst lights you could use. I would use brick stuff or Light My Bricks. They're the same. Just whichever one you can get for cheaper. That's all I have to say. Is Life Light still around? I remember that used to be really popular.
They are, but I think brick stuff's better.
Okay.
You know, you say, well, brick stuff and Light My Bricks are basically the same, but Light My Bricks paid me most recently, so Light My Bricks. Just a better product. Yeah, no, they're literally the same. I forgot. I'm having flashbacks to what it's like to build a clone base. It's not. I haven't really built anything like that in so long. There's like the grind of I have to place like 4 base plates of tiles or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm really trying to put a modern spin on it, and that's part of like why I bring in all this motorization. And I don't want it to just be like the hangar is just a bunch of tiles on the ground. Like it's going to be snot with arrows and lines and all that stuff, and hopefully well-greebled pillars, and the outer walls of stuff isn't just going to be blank. It's going to be intricate, which obviously on building on such a large scale would take a lot longer. So we'll see how I'm able to pull it off, if I am. But
yeah, it's kind of like a good perspective to bring to your mock if you're like, if I'm placing a whole big area of like nothing,
yeah,
I'm probably doing something wrong. Like
for sure.
If there's an area that doesn't have anything, I gotta rethink this a little bit, you know?
All right, I'm gonna go try to dig out my Mindstorms kit and see what Technic pieces I can steal from there.
Oh.
Alrighty, let's see what we got going on. Oh, I have all these cool ball pieces. I should use those. Ball shooter.
The Mindstorms program was meant to like teach coding or something, right? Or robotics.
More robotics. I know the newer stuff like Boost is meant to teach coding, and some. Oh yeah, we got a lot of Technic. These are kind of cool.
Do you think it was effective for its intended purpose?
I mean, when I was in grade school, we had a Mindstorms like after school program that I was a part of, where we got the education kits and we like learned how to do it, and that's why my parents then bought me this. I think for my birthday was because like I learned how to do it, and they like wanted me to continue doing robotic stuff. It was kind of cool, but I did.
But then I put them in my own bases.
Yeah, but then I did not pursue it after that.
There was a Mindstorms, there was a robotics elective at my high school, and they just did Mindstorms in it. I was never a part of it,
Mhm.
but I just knew it existed. I don't know. That education stuff is expensive, dude.
I mean, they do it on purpose.
They drain those school districts.
Because like schools don't know how much Lego costs, so they don't know that if they bought it basically the exact same stuff outside of the education kits, it'd be way less.
Yeah, well, also it's like a school's budget is whatever it's got to be, you know. It's not really.
It was asked what battery pack do I recommend. So, I don't know how the powered up stuff is, but for the power functions, there's this one, and then there's the standard box one. They are different. They do have different power outputs. That's why it actually does make a difference. It's not just like they look different. This one uses AA batteries. I want to say the other one uses AAA, and so that does affect the watts they output. I won't be able to tell you off the top of my head. This one's better. That's why when you see in Technic sets, almost all of them use this one because it has a higher power output. So you'd have to look at do a quick search.
I've tried so hard to like understand electricity so many times, still don't.
It's electric. Oh,
I probably tried to like understand that more than anything ever. And I just because I have like I've never had a reason to know it. I've never been able to apply it. Never picked it up. But I've spent many occasions like
just take a circuits class in electrical engineering at your college. That'll teach you. Bob Brick says that most schools get the kits for free. He said his school got 30 Mindstorms kits for free. I find that surprising. I don't think
for free from Lego or for free from an organization.
It might have been like a donation from a charity or something.
Or
Colorado Clone Commander was asking the best battery pack for lights, not for. My bad. I'm trying to think. So there's the one that has like the round battery, and then there's the one that just had the regular battery box that I don't know if it's like 2 AA or 2 AAA or whatever batteries. That's one that I got. The way I build on such a large scale, it's easy enough to hide. As long as you build like a brick high, you can hide those basically. But if it's a lot smaller build, like a Vignette or something, you're going to want that round one. I also chose the bigger battery one because I don't have a lot of those circle batteries. I know I could go buy them, but I have a bunch of like AA and AAA. It's just more convenient to find those at stores and stuff.
Do they have like USB powered one?
Oh, they do also, yeah. But then you have to have a computer or something nearby.
Well, no, you could. I think you just get like a USB power bank in that situation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like all this time that I'm spending at home, I just plug it in. Or if I go to a convention that like there's a power strip nearby enough, what you think, like 50%? I don't know. I think that.
I know John Capique did that for his. I think he built bricks and minifigs, and he just put that Fuser Brickworld and that had lights. Yeah, and like at Brickworld, you can request the power, like your display to be at power. We do that every year, just so we can charge our laptops and
like stupid stuff into it. Yeah, no, we definitely need power for our mocks, and then the Xbox.
Yeah. Or like we usually have the TVs and monitors up. I think that's reasonable to request for.
Yeah, no, we're getting an extremely unusual amount of power draw from the RebelLUG section. I don't really know what that's about.
Must have a lot of lights in their mock.
There must be some kind of like leakage or something. It's just off the walls. And then they go over there and we have like 4 TVs and an Xbox and all our laptops plugged into like a single circuit.
No, we have like 10 power strips all plugged into each other, daisy chain.
RebelLUG single-handedly gets Brickworld shut down because it fails the fire hazard inspection test. Oh well, what can you do?
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, no. If the Brickworld organizers come to us and they're like really upset, like it'd be like that sometimes, and they would probably agree. It does be like that sometimes. You know what? You guys are right. It do be like that sometimes. And then we're off scot-free.
Bluebrick said, how would you decide whether to incorporate lights in a mock or not? When do you think it makes mocks better? World of Lights is the only reason to put lights. It's just a cool flex. I wouldn't say, like, I don't think any mock ever needs lights unless it's like fully enclosed. There's no openings for light to get in, and you're trying to showcase it, and you like literally cannot show it. I think that would be the only case in which it would actually be necessary. But I think for most of the times it's just like a cool, like it makes them better, but by no means would be required in any mock that I would build. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just down to like your personal, whether you want it or not. Uh-oh. I think my Discord's about to crash.
Oh no. It's gonna be me by myself in the RebelLUG stream. I am RebelLUG. I am the Senate. Oh, yep, Spencer's gone. Alright, guys. Oh, look who's back.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a weird question. It's like just totally down to your personal opinion. It's kind of like asking, like, yo, when do you think it's like appropriate to use figures in my mock? Like, what sort of circumstances would lead?
Drew asked if you're gonna do bubble turrets on your gunship, Spencer.
I don't know.
I vote no. Keep the flamethrower. Or make it like an addendum, like
I'm gonna make it a DLC. How about that?
DLC, extra $5. He also said he carried blast ropes in World of Lights. That is true. He was the only mock at our display that had lights, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Yeah, at conventions, it's a cool thing to have lights. I think both Brick Fair and Brick will do World of Lights. I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't been to Brick Fair in a long time, so I don't quite remember exactly.
I believe that is correct, but I was not in attendance when I went.
You missed the best part of the convention? What are you doing?
Honestly, I don't. World of Lights. I mean, I don't think the lights are the fun part of World of Lights, you know? Not the best part. That's not why you go. But it sure does look cool.
Bob Bricks is a fan of your DLC idea for your flamethrower.
That better be sarcastic, because you really shouldn't be. Idea of me doing DLC on instructions. I'll get in trouble.
I'm trying to figure out a way. Drew should just join the stream. I'm trying to figure out a way to. I don't know how to describe it. It's like have something that a Technic axle or pin can slide underneath. So, or like where it's locked in. So if I need an axle or here, let me get a big axle to illustrate this. So imagine this is the ground level, and I want this axle to just slide back and forth, right? Because it's moving a piston or something. But I want to stay locked in place. I don't want it to like pop up or something if something was pushing it. So how do I lock this, like something on the sides? I was just gonna use like bricks with a plate over it so it would stay underneath it, but
Does it have to be like, what if you put something on it and then you would be like a brick tall or something, right?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I do. Oh, Finn joined us. Hey, Finn.
What's up?
Are you doing Vin Week today? It seems like you are going for the win. How is that going?
I'm definitely going for the win. It was going well the first week. Still going pretty well.
Yeah, no, the
I've got one
sponsors
on-
seem really excited about your performance out there. Do you have anything to say to the people back home?
I have to say that rubber bands are such a good piece because they've been the key to like every build I've done so far.
I'm surprised you'd give away such a strategic piece of information going into the final round here, but it's admirable still.
Yeah, it's all right. They can know.
Finn, do you not have a flicker?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I've been posting them all on my Flickr. The ones that I put in the chat and the Discord have been for Flickr.
I was gonna say on the RebelLUG website we do not link your flicker. This is very sad.
Yeah, I don't think I have one when you put me in there. I just took my pictures for my fifth Vin Week mock.
Ooh, I'm excited to see it. You only got first place the first day, right? But you've made top 10 all the other
Yeah.
days, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Apparently,
Cheesy Studios.
Yeah. Given some competition.
there is somebody who is in the overall top 10 who has not placed in any of the top 10
Yeah,
so
I'm
far.
very interested who that is.
Who is this underdog that is unknown?
Oh, so he got into the overall top 10?
But they are not. They
But
have
with
not
one
placed
mock?
in any of the top 10s.
Yeah,
Huh.
so those top 10
So it
lists
must-
posted every day are not the overall. It's just the top 10 for that day.
So they have come in
Yeah.
like 11th place 4 times or something, and have managed to place in the overall top 10, but remain anonymous. Very impressive.
Indeed.
Interesting.
Oh, Drew finally
Drew.
Jeez.
decided to join.
Hey there, yeah. Let's see if I can turn on my camera.
Oh,
Here we go.
jeez.
I believe these are some appendages of Cyborg.
Oh. he
However,
lost
I
his
do
feet?
not have his main, his whole body right now. I only have some parts,
Do you have like the parts that got taken off, or do you have the whole thing somewhere?
I don't have it. I think Simon has it.
Oh, okay.
But these have somehow ended up in my luggage. I am unsure if this is meant to like demand a ransom or why
Well, you
somebody
can.
gave me his feet or like his toes, but like I'm gonna part them out. So
Yeah, he can just get cyborg feet like the rest of his body. I don't think it's gonna care at this point.
dang, it's glued. Lego sent us a glued.
Yeah, it was a glued cyborg. Drew,
We
I don't
managed to
think-
rip some of it off.
I don't think I've ever seen Drew with his hair grown out.
Yeah, I haven't cut it in like 3 months now. It's getting kind of long,
A little bit.
but I want to keep it kind of longer
Yeah, it's
than
a
I
cool
usually have
look.
it.
It reminds me of like Alex the Brickden, R.I.P. His hair.
Oh, man.
He's still alive, just to be clear. He did not die.
Is he a legacy member?
Yeah, he's a legacy. That's what.
He didn't die. He just came.
That's
like,
what the R.I.P. is in reference to. He did not die. Just
Yeah. He's just,
Alex passed away.
maybe we can get him to do some collab videos for us every now and then still,
well,
if he's up for it.
independent contractor.
Yeah. We could bribe him with like our lug support or something.
Yeah.
How's your little monorail thing going?
The monorail is great. I'm currently working on the lift right now. Very.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm.
I know you're a motor expert after building that part of the zoo in which you had.
Oh, yeah. The little conveyor belt for the chicken and whatnot.
Yeah. It didn't, like,
And what
the
else?
pizza slice
The
spin
pizza
on
spun,
top.
yeah. But
yeah.
the gears were so janky because I did it like the night before I left, and so like it would stop like every hour because they'd get out of line because there weren't enough brakes like keeping the axle in place.
Oh man.
But I mean, it was kind of cool, I guess. Those motors are so loud, but like in the convention floor, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I still have the little Porg like sign I made for that, and I think I have the pizza still too.
Iconic.
Yeah.
What's sad is that we apparently never made a video of it by itself. It's just grouped into the RebelLUG booth tour, and we lost the photo.
was too good for
pool
video.
Of the photos
Yeah,
from that birthday.
Wow, how unfortunate and mysterious.
I wonder
that
who
would-
deleted that. Spencer, do you have anything to do with this?
I was pointing fingers at someone else. Why did this get turned on me?
I don't even remember making it, and then you said I
Yeah,
made it.
I sent you the message. It's like, hey guys, just made the photo pool.
But it's like I don't understand like what reason I would ever have to like delete it.
Yeah.
Is it possible it's on a different account? Or like,
I have two like Google accounts. The only thing I can think of is some weird way it was like my old high school like Gmail that I made it on, which I don't see myself doing that.
Yeah.
But it's not on my like my Packer221 like YouTube thing, and it's not on my personal one. So I don't know where it would be.
Yeah, it's just weird because like when you click on the link, it's gone. Like
Yeah.
I've never had that happen with the Google Photos thing where you click on the link and it's like an error page comes up.
Do you remember? I don't even remember if people added stuff to it or not.
No, we totally did because I remember there being pictures of the zoo in there. I remember that's where we put them.
Okay. I had a bunch that I took. I don't know where they are. I guess they'd probably be on my Google Photos somewhere. I guess I can look here. I took the one, whatever's on the website was like in the gallery area.
That's what, because we were trying
That
to
was
make
a
the
photo I
page
took.
the full on gallery
Yeah.
page, not just the preview. But we're like,
I might have more photos that I took, but I'm sure you guys had a bunch more. They got to be somewhere besides like that pool, right? You didn't just like offload them and just delete them from
That's what we
existence,
don't know.
right?
Which we don't know. I looked on my
You
Google
just know what to
Photos.
do in your camera roll.
I looked on my Google Photos from that time period, and there's none of the zoo. It's just some general RebelLUG pictures.
Dang.
So
All right, June
I know Spencer took some.
2018.
So I have another hard drive downstairs that's not currently connected to anything. So I got to plug that into my laptop and see if there's anything to salvage from it.
So, oh, I have a couple dozen photos maybe.
Okay, sweet.
They're not fantastic, but they're fine. I got a cool shot like looking down the gate.
That was
Elijah's Rancor thing.
one heck of a zoo, let me tell you.
What else here? Oh, I picked one of your little X-Wing ride
Oh, nice.
things. And then who built like the Jakku with the nets?
Anders.
that
Anders.
Anders? Okay, yeah. I got a picture of that. So yeah, it's about, and then just like a bunch of overview shots, and then like some of mine, obviously, but we can't just put all of mine.
Yes, we can. Drew built the whole zoo.
What else? I didn't take very many photos. Oh, we can't show that one. Oh, here's one from the Simon Games. That was fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was that year.
I think it's gonna have been 3 years if he does it next year. Because he didn't do it this last year for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
From my understanding, it was something that it never got worked out with getting prizes lined up for it,
Oh, okay.
and that's why it did not occur.
How did he get the, was that like LUG, was that like
It
LUG
wasn't
funded?
from us. It was from a different LUG. We got LUG
Okay.
support from someone.
Okay. That's a lot of LUG support, isn't it?
Or maybe not LUG support. It might have been I don't know. A support
'Cause that's
request.
like- that was
If
a
it was
lot
from
of
an RLOC, it would have
that.
been a support request. If it was,
Yeah.
it could have been one of the annual LUG support things that Lego sends out to the RLUGs, because those have a ton of sets in them.
Yeah, that could have been it. What else? Yeah, dang, what happened? Because I remember offloading these photos somewhere.
My house is just overrun with mosquitoes right now. It's not even funny.
Dang.
Really, mosquitoes. That's
I was just outside. I came in and I was like itching my leg. I looked down. There was like a dead mosquito on my leg. So I must have like killed it after it bit me.
nasty.
There are a bunch of mosquitoes this year up here because there was so much snow last year, and like there's all these like little puddles in the woods that they're breeding in. So yeah,
Yuck.
they just got into my house though. There's like 100 in my room.
Holy
They're
fuck.
in. Would they just
Yeah,
get into like the door, or are they like?
I don't know.
cracks
I
in the windows?
like cracks maybe. I don't know. I can't see this many like getting in through a door.
Yeah,
It's bad.
yeah. They're bad enough outside, but I can't imagine like
They're better outside right now.
being in. Yeah, I mean, in your case, you'd be better off sitting outside. 2019. I'm looking through Brickworld 2019 now. At least we have an album for that.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan commented, honestly don't even recognize Drew anymore. Oh, what were we talking about with Ryan earlier? I don't remember. Whatever. This is going to be more difficult than I expected. Finn, Simon asked why you're not building right now for Vin Week.
Because I'm finished and I'm editing the picture.
Got him.
Can you guys hear all my clicks?
Not
No.
really, no.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, Finn, you've been killing it this week, I gotta say.
Thank you.
Are there 2 more days now? Or 2 more
yeah,
prompts?
No, one more.
Okay.
It's a
Oh,
4
because
more
the,
after
the
this one.
last one's, 2 days
Yeah.
long. Okay.
We should have a rest day in the middle.
Yeah, to gear up
RebelLUG day
for
of rest.
this. Simon said valid excuse. Yes. We have 9 viewers. We will take questions right now because not a lot is happening. Any 9 of you.
Don't all speak at once. Don't all ask questions at once.
And is there a firework? I hope that's a firework. Simon said you can rest when you lose.
Okay.
Or when you win.
Those are some fighting words.
Bob Bricks. Yesterday's build was phenomenal, Finn.
Thank you very much, Bob Bricks.
Simon said, if you guys can choose the next Vin Week theme, what would it be?
Sounds
CMF.
like somebody who doesn't know what it is yet.
You guys making this up on the spot?
Dude, CMF, best theme change my
I was going back through the questions people asked for that. That was such a mess.
What if I don't have a CMF? What is a
Like what?
CMF? Any minifigure? If I
There
have
was some guy who would ask like 5 questions, and then he asked what a CMF was.
Oh gosh.
By the way, just one clarification question really quick. What is a CMF?
Can I use?
I don't know what I would answer for the Vin Week thing.
Spencer, how long do you want this stream to go for?
A&G Productions asks, what are your biggest tips for snot landscaping? Well, I don't do that kind of stuff at all. Finn's pretty good at that. I would
Snot
say.
landscaping?
Yeah,
Mm,
out of the 4 of us.
well, I'd say
Snot
master like all the mathematically things that work out where parts line up, which helps a lot like when you memorize those to make it look better when you're just figuring out as you go.
And if you
But
can't
yeah.
memorize them, download one of these sheets and laminate them.
Oh,
There
is
you
that
go.
a thing?
Yeah, I forgot what
Dang.
website I got this off of. But it gives you all the dimensions.
Ah,
I have a few of them. There's like
interesting.
Technic ones and yeah.
Bob Brick said, can you use minifigs in CMF prompt? See, that was the thing. I think we only allowed CMFs.
Yeah.
Like unmodified CMFs. And so that caused a bit of confusion. But
So that includes Star Wars figures, right?
yeah,
I'm just joking.
it was
That's
And it
probably
was-
the only prompt we didn't get a Star Wars build for.
unlicensed CMFs too. So you
Oh
couldn't use
yeah,
like
that didn't even. People are like, I only have the Disney ones. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, or I only have like the German soccer
Yeah.
one or whatever. Ryan wants to know, when is RebelLUG House happening?
Dude, the RebelLUG Clout House is awaiting a generous donor. If you would like to donate and sponsor the RebelLUG Clout House, we are now accepting donations.
Yes. How many subs we need to get stream donations? Is that like a thing?
I don't know. It's definitely there's some sort of threshold. I haven't kept track with all those thresholds in a while.
That we're probably not going to meet
It's the-
anytime soon.
It's the same as monetization. and
Is it really? I thought we looked into it and realized it wasn't.
we looked
Is that a
at
watch time hours thing? Or
Yes.
Is it like
4,000
4,000
hours,
and
which
1,000 subs or something?
we're not
how
exactly
many?
like on the cusp of it.
Let me see.
We're
how
not.
many-
But we get about half the necessary watch hours in a
Just make a bunch of round tables and make everyone watch the entire thing. That'll get the hours up. Simon will donate $1. Thank you.
Canadian, that's less than $1 US.
Never mind.
Holy smokes. Dude, Eli's video's already at 237 views. It already surpassed the run
What?
table in one
That's not
day.
a. That's an insane amount for us. In that short a time.
Yeah, that's huge for us. Wow, we are doubling our normal views in one day.
It's a good video.
Get monetized.
Let's get that watch time going. Okay, so what do we need? 10,000 or 4,000 over a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it 1,000 subs over a year, or is it just like 1,000 subs? Just like you need at least 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs in total.
It's 4,000 hours, right?
Yes.
So we have 154,000 minutes in the past year.
Divided by 60.
That's 2,566 hours. So we're over halfway there.
Yeah, we're doing
That's
good.
exciting. And we're just now getting to being active on the RebelLUG channel. Like,
Yeah.
taking a look at the past years, it's really the past 2 months that we have been uploading viewable content. So good for us. Good for Jet. Jet has been the one overseeing having a RebelLUG video every week on Fridays. So
Oh, we got a $2 donation or
Oh.
two something donation from
Ryan's
Ryan.
gonna
He said he'll donate two.
2. I think it's safe to assume he means million.
Yeah, or 2 houses. We could get
That's probably what it is. 2 houses. That would
Yeah.
make the most sense. Yeah.
because the house all of us in one house would be kind of hard. So I appreciate the thought, Ryan.
Cool. Well, we got our
And Bob
sponsor.
Bricks will donate water studs.
Nice.
Thank you to all of you. We could have one in Chicago and one in California. Sorry, European people.
We'll buy an airline too, so we can fly in between the
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
That seems
RebelLUG private jet.
like the appropriate move. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Paint it all black with the RebelLUG logo on the side. That would be clean.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'd look so pimp pulling into the airport. Rebel.
Bob Bricks said those technique breakdown videos were really good, though. I'm assuming you're talking about Eli's thing. Yes, I agree.
Every time I hear Eli, I think of Eli MGF.
Me too. Dude, I still follow him on Instagram. I'm keeping up with his stuff.
Nice.
I think he sold all his Lego stuff, but
Oh, really?
Fashion King? Keeping up with Fashion King? I
yeah.
follow him for the latest fashion trends, honestly, just so I know
Yes.
what's up. Fashion King.
We are coming up on 2 hours of the stream. Do we want to keep going, or is that going to be our cutoff?
You're the host, Danny.
Dude, I'm yawning.
All right.
It's
Well,
10 o'clock.
tired. What time is it? 10. Oh, my sleep schedule is terrible right now, though. I
Same.
still haven't.
It is bright and
From,
sunny
like-
outside.
It's pitch black out here, so.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and cut off at 2 or so in 6 minutes. So get all
Yeah.
your final questions in. We are eagerly awaiting.
Bob Bricks says baller move. Thank you.
Let us know.
So
How
whatever
many viewers we at now?
We're at 10.
Wow.
Oh, actually 11.
Let's go.
Streamlabs says 11. YouTube says 9. I don't know.
So many questions.
Let us know when our next stream should be. Tomorrow is a valid answer.
Later tonight also works.
A couple hours.
Yeah, we'll wait for the Europeans to wake up and then we'll restart.
Immediately press restart. Right. Would also work. Yesterday might be a valid answer.
There's only one way to find out. Ryan wants to join the LUG. Go ahead and be one of the how many applicants that we have? 26 or something?
28, maybe.
28 for this month.
Wow.
Ryan, you're already a Rebel friend, so I don't know if you can get much higher than that.
Yeah, I
RebelLUG
mean, unless you want lug bulk or something, I don't. For Camino, you can get some
Yeah, I think
more water studs. I don't know.
yeah, lug bulk seems to be very important to Ryan for his career.
Yeah, and collaboration seems to be a big part of Ryan's, prospects for the future. Mock building.
No, it's really the clout that comes with being a rebel. Remember that
Oh yeah.
Ryan obviously isn't very famous, so
Yeah. He can't do that. Don't have parents' permission. Well,
darn.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We should make one of those boxes. Like, I remember when I was little. Does anyone else remember that game on Lego.com? I'm trying to think. Oh, My Lego Network. I think that's what it's called. I used to play that all the time. Where it was basically like a fake social media. There weren't like, it wasn't online, so you didn't like play, or it wasn't multiplayer, so you didn't play against like real life people. It was just like you created like your own like page or something, and then there's all these like Lego City people or other themes, and then you would like add stuff to your page. I forgot how it worked, but I was just addicted to it. I was little, but I remember it always had like do you have your parents' permission if you're under 13? And I always check yes, even though never asked.
Dude, when I made my Lego account back in the day, I put my actual birthday.
Oh snap!
And so like I wasn't allowed to do like a bunch of stuff. I remember like when I was like 13 or whatever, I always want to like go on and like review every set like I got on their website. But I couldn't do that until I was 18, and then of course it didn't matter then.
And by that point, I didn't even care anymore.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was contribute to the Lego brand, but
Exactly. They didn't want me. I don't know why you couldn't change your birthday on there. What if you made a mistake?
They wouldn't let me lie after the fact.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Just make another account.
They say if you're dumb enough to not lie in the first place, you don't get a second chance. And they don't let you change the email either. They're like super strict with that stuff. As Daniel said, I don't think Ryan is a rebel friend unless he is that one in the complete saga. That's where we got the name from. It's like a role in our Discord server where you basically have access to most stuff members have without like being a member as far as channels go.
I wonder if the new Lego Star Wars game will have Rebel Friend in it. I hope so.
I'd hope so too.
I feel like I may have like saw a petition somewhere at some point to include Rebel Friend.
Yeah, that should be like the promotional figure they have.
Oh, that would be incredible.
I was just gonna say that gift with purchase.
But I don't know if it's like widely known enough for them to do that, because like obviously like within the Lego Star Wars community, a bunch of people know about that, but to the general public, it's going to be like a weird thing, I would think.
Red Rebel.
Red.
Yeah. But then again, I don't know if the general public is like persuaded by a promotional minifigure for a video game anyway. So, I don't know. Capra Bricks, what's been going on? Well, not much.
Next question.
We got 1 minute left. Kevin joining us right at the end.
1 minute, guys. All 8 of you.
One minute left?
One.
Okay.
How many likes to keep going for 5 minutes?
We're at
Okay, so
19 likes. If we get to 100 likes in the next minute, we will keep going.
I'm at 20. Mine says 20 at least.
25 likes and we go for 5 more minutes. How about that?
They're liking it so fast, it's not even registering.
For every extra like, we go for an extra minute. Oh, now it's at 19. Someone unlike the video after everything.
Someone wants it to end.
I just summed it up.
Sorry, that was me, guys.
We're at 20 now. Okay. Nathaniel, 1 like. Thank you. Thanks for giving us life. Heard a rumor of a new RebelLUG collab. Yeah.
There's a lot of RebelLUG and non-RebelLUG collabs coming. What does that non-RebelLUG mean? Sorry, I should say not instead of non-RebelLUG. It should be RebelLUG affiliated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we
Yeah,
just
it's
hit
not really a rumor.
we hit the 2 hour mark, and we do not have 25 likes. This is
We have
so-
21 likes. I say an extra minute for every
I see
like over
22.
20.
This is
There we go.
So
2 more
sad.
minutes.
2 minutes.
We can't gain 5 likes.
I see
Guys.
79.
Oh,
Tell all your friends. Come like the RebelLUG stream. Hit the subscribe button. Kappa said, I forgot it was on there. Yeah, we've got the So Uncivilized Star Wars blaster collaboration coming out.
yes. I am referring
Boom.
to another one though that will be announced in the next few weeks here.
Yes, that
Jet
you
will be
guys.
affiliated with, and
Yes.
so
Come
join
on.
the RebelLUG Discord to find out more in the coming weeks.
We're at 23 likes. There's an extra minute.
Oh my gosh.
This was a disaster.
I'm just gonna hit end stream just randomly. No one's.
Not tell us.
yeah. I won't tell you guys. We'll just keep going. That'd be a horrible prank to play on someone. You just pretend to have a live stream for like 2 hours. You
Make up
never
fake
went live
questions.
ever.
that are
You just
asked
had a
in the chat.
one-on-one- You just had a one-on-one conversation for 2 hours. Wow. How
Kappa
hard?
wants to know, did anyone do the Vin Week challenge? Kevin and Finn,
Yes.
who are both here, have been participating.
Yeah. I just found out. Well, actually, I knew this earlier, but I just learned how. But in Photoshop, you can easily merge 2 photos to maintain the focus. So, like, if you've got a foreground that's out of focus and a background that's in focus, you can merge 2 photos to make it all in focus.
Mm,
Hmm.
very
That's
interesting.
nifty. So, oh my gosh, we're at 27 likes.
Oh,
What?
geez, this is getting out of control.
That's got to be like 5 more minutes.
29. What is happening?
Stop with the bot account.
So,
I want to
Danny,
go to
are these your
bed.
bots?
Everybody make new accounts right now.
30. What?
We're keeping this thing
Are
alive.
Wow.
you being honest, Drew?
Yeah, no, I have the stream pulled up as well.
I
And
got 30 on mine.
No. Oh no.
31?
This
Oh
is-
boy.
And
We
we're
should just
up
do this
to- we're
right
up
from the
to
start of the stream.
watchers.
Just like, okay.
See, what I don't get is our watch count's really not going up by very many.
Yeah, after 5 minutes of the stream starting, guys, we're gonna end the stream if we don't hit 25 likes.
We're at 31. We were at 20 likes maybe 5 minutes ago.
We should do this every stream. This is a
With
good
three-
idea.
Yeah, I know. Just
3
right from the
watch.
start. This is how you get the likes.
This is a viewer engagement challenge. That's what it is.
We should make like a commercial that we cut to, and it's like, smash that like button.
Simon, I'm not going to advise you against that. I think that would be something to behold. Adding everyone on the
Here,
Discord.
I have a proposition. How about
Bring,
instead of enslaving our viewers to like our video, how about we end the stream and go into the fall hangout chat and we can talk with you guys?
can we
my
stream the fall hangout?
I like that. That would be dangerous. All right, I'm in favor of that idea. So I'm
Sounds
gonna
like a good idea.
I'm gonna hit end stream and I'm gonna go in fall hangout. So if you want to talk,
All
that's
right.
where I'll be. It's the RebelLUG Discord server, rebellug.com. It's on the
Yes.
front page. We will see you guys
Well,
there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
All 12 of you.
Everyone's channels are on the screen except for Kevin's. I can put it up
Yeah. Nah, it's fine.
there. Brick Ninja. It was up earlier, but check everyone out.
Yeah.
Pecker
We're all
221,
very,
Mr.
very
Max
active.
Productions, Lego Spencer, Brick Ninja, and Jet was on here, Jet Bricks as well. Cool. Thanks for joining, guys. We will be back again, hopefully sometime within the next